award points for a variety of things that you can do this morning. So if you have hot chocolate, show it to us. Make sure we notice it, because you can get some extra points if you have hot chocolate here. So that's important, because this is your Mishnayot with hot chocolate. So
making hot chocolate.
Yeah, go for it. And then we'll check in at the end to see who had hot chocolate, I suppose. Anything else to cover, Benny, before we start?
I think that's good, right? We said hot chocolate, showing up. Is Elizabeth, what's your face there? There was someone who had dibs on reading. Yes, Elizabeth Siegel. If you're here, I believe you have dibs on reading. I've got to let some people into the waiting room. So yeah, if you're here, just raise your hand if you still want to read. If not, then I guess not.
Elizabeth Siegel is here.
She is?
Yes.
So Elizabeth Siegel, would you like to read? Oh, I don't want, but you can have a shot.
I'm sure.
You have to show on your screen and change your name also from Ori to Ori Ram and whatever team you're on, just like everybody else.
Yes, I still want to.
Okay, so like I suppose, Elizabeth, you want to read or no? You had asked yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So we are starting from this Mishnah right here, chapter 3, Mishnah 4.
Okay. וכן שיש דבר או מפלת אותה העיר מטענה ומטרת בכל סביבותיה מטענות ולא מטריות. רבי עקיבא אומר מטריות ולא מטענות.
You're not able to. She said that in order to do, they have to do special things.
So I muted you in addition to everybody else just because there was background noise. So if you're still talking, you should unmute yourself. Sorry about that. Elizabeth. Oh, but you're unmuted. Okay, you're good.
ויצאו ממנה 3 מתים ב3 ימים זה אחר זה הרי זה דבר פחות מכאן אין זה דבר.
Asher Koach, good job.
Yeah, 10 points too. You were on Amskula, correct?
I'm on Yoshvei Tevel.
Yoshvei Tevel. Oh. So 10 points to Yoshvei Tevel. With someone from Amskula, after we discuss, we can discuss that. So let's discuss this Mishnah first. Sammy?
Yes, hold on. I got a text in the chat about the questions. I need to respond to this kid.
Okay.
Okay. So,
when are we supposed to learn this Mishnah?
pardon?
Is this similar to the one that we were supposed to learn?
Yeah, so all of the Mishnayot in this parak are sort of on the theme. We've branched out from fasting because of rain, and now we're on various reasons why we would call a fast, right? Remember how we started last week with the discussion of the sort of weird rain, as I was calling it, the rain that isn't our usual rain. And the last example that was given in the Mishnah we were supposed to learn on our own was the example of when it rains over one city and it doesn't rain on another city. And then from here, we're talking about one specific, right? So we get from one city has a problem that not necessarily all of the cities have. The Mishnah goes to the more general topic of, okay, let's say we have a coronavirus in one city. And so what does that one city do? And how is that different for that city that's suffering the problem and for all of the other people? In other words, right, you've got your city that has the coronavirus, then you've got the surrounding cities who want to support that city, but they don't do as much, right? So all this, right? So whereas the city that has the plague is going to be fasting and blowing shofar, the surrounding cities will either only fast and not blow shofar, or if you're Rabbi Akiva, only blow shofar and not fast. And actually, if you look in the previous Mishnah, you'll see that Rabbi Akiva's position, where the surrounding cities blow the shofar and don't fast, is actually consistent. It seems like he thinks that the blowing shofar is the more important aspect.
To just kind of continue off of that point, so here we're discussing, like Benny said, there's a plague in a certain place, and the question is, what do the cities nearby do to potentially, even though they don't have the plague, to support it? And what I found kind of interesting is the question at the end, when it asks, what is it that constitutes a plague? How do we define this plague? Because you could just say, oh, some people are sick. Like, is that a plague? But instead, the Mishnah makes a point to include the sort of ratio of people to how many deaths. What it says is they're 500 foot soldiers. So that means there would be 500 sort of adult eligible men within the age range to be soldiers. So that gives you context of how many people would be in the city total, and then you can estimate from there how many people might be in the city as a whole. And so it's basically, there are still a lot of questions of, can there be a plague in a city smaller? Because why does it specify 500? Or is that just like a ratio of some sort of 3 deaths per every 500 soldiers? Which is just an interesting, I think, ratio to understand. And then also, just out of my own curiosity, before this, I tried doing the math to see if...
Ratios is easy.
Yeah, you're right. I tried doing the math to see if the coronavirus in where I live personally in South Carolina counts as this plague that they define. And it turned out that there actually, it's not widespread enough yet for it to count as this type of plague. That was just because I thought it was interesting.
If anyone wants to do the math, what percent of people of the contingent of foot soldiers is it total, and what percentage of it is it per day?
I wouldn't know that.
Okay, well, how do we do percents, right? Percents and fractions are basically the same. So we're having 3 soldiers dying out of 500 soldiers, right? So that's 3 over 500. Everyone's following the math so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So now we want it to be into a nice round number to make it a percent. So we can double the numerator and the denominator of the fraction. And 3 over 500 is the same as 6 over 1,000. Does everyone get that?
Yeah, so the answer would have to be...
So 6 over 1,000 is the same thing as 0.6 over 100. And when a number is over 100, we call that a percent. So it would be 0.6%. You need a 0.6% fatality rate in total over 3 days, or a 0.2% daily fatality rate, for whom that means something.
Which is actually a pretty considerable amount.
Yeah, if you think about it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we can move on to the next Mishnah. We'll see if anyone from Team Amskula wants to read.
Got a lot of Yoshvei Tevel people want to read. Let's see. Amskula people. Looks like David Feldhammer Amskula wants to read. Oh, Mayan Schneck. I haven't heard her before, I don't think. Let's get Mayan Schneck from Amskula. Hit it.
Okay. In Hebrew?
Whatever you prefer.
Okay. Al elo matrin b'chol makom al hashidafon ve'al hayerakon al ha'arbe ve'al hachasil ve'al hachai hara'a ve'al hacherev mitri'in aleha mipnei shehi maka mahalechet.
Okay. Yasher Koach. So what this Mishnah now goes into is last time we were talking about if there's a plague nearby, then the nearby cities will either fast and not sound the alarm or sound the alarm but not fast. But in this one, the Mishnah is saying there are certain plagues that nearby cities are going to have to fast and sound the alarm. So what are those potential plagues? This of crops, a plant disease, locust, other type of locust that's a little bit different, wild beasts, and for I presume the sword is maybe a war of some sort.
Yeah, a sword is probably an invading enemy army.
Invading enemy, right? And
it's not a flying sword. That would be cool. Imagine flying swords flying through, just killing everybody left and right. But no.
It would be an interesting plague. And so the reason for this is because these are the types of plagues that can spread really fast. So Benny, if you want to keep it going from there.
Yeah. So exactly. So normally, right, we have the individual responsibility for the city, and then we've got the more collective responsibility where the surrounding cities have to daven for the other city and can be concerned for their fellow Jews, but not to the same extent because they're not actually suffering. But for this kind of thing, it can blow up to be a national thing very quickly. So it concerns everyone. It's not like Texas can just ignore the coronavirus while it's going crazy in New York, because pretty soon the coronavirus will come to Texas as well. Okay. So I think I would like to let all of you have a chance to read. I know for the for the color war points, but our time has run short. So all of you who wanted to read, that is wonderful. We will make sure you have a chance to do that tomorrow. Sammy, if you close the share screen, we can do hot chocolate checks.
And then also don't forget to
and then before you go, I do have another announcement related to color war and points. So just don't run away too quickly.
If you have hot chocolate, please put it very open in your camera so we can see it.
Why are you sharing screen? Oh,
you can.
Why is screen sharing even permitted for you guys? Should probably change that settings.
Hold on, let me write this down so we see who has.
Screen share is permitted for us, actually, but I don't want to do it because it would be bad.
Yash Schiller has hot chocolate.
I have hot chocolate, but my camera's not working.
Okay, we will take you for your word.
Jacob,
you could actually check if your camera is working or not. What's your name? Wait, what's your name so I can see it?
His name is Jacob Goldstein.
Okay.
Your camera is working.
Sammy, are you taking down the list of all the hot chocolate people?
You have to press start video to do it. You have to press start video.
It's not working.
Wait, was I supposed to bring hot chocolate?
If you wanted extra points.
Yeah, 5 points to your team for everyone who has hot chocolate. You get 5 points just for showing up also.
I didn't know that was a thing. I would have made hot chocolate if I knew.
It is morning Mishnayot. Hot chocolate is part of the game. Okay, so Sammy's going to go around checking for the hot chocolate and taking down that list.
Hey, Mayan Snack, I got you.
Oh, Ori's rhymes on this.
Here, Sammy, can you just do it quietly so I can do the next part? Okay, so we have one more exciting opportunity for you guys to win points this color war, and that is going to be a Mishnah drawing competition. Thus far, we've learned...
Please don't be something outside because it's literally 95 degrees in Cleveland and it feels like 100.
Wonderful, Kiva.
So
further announcements can be addressed to me privately in the chat. Right, so this is not something outside. This is going to be a Mishnah drawing competition. I want to see your artistic skill or lack thereof. We've learned 2 prakim and a half of Mishnayot thus far this year. I want you to take one Mishnah, your favorite Mishnah, or the one that you think will be best adaptable to drawing. And I want you to draw a picture that shows a scene or some idea taken from that Mishnah. Be creative. Every person who submits, there should be, if there's not a submission thing already, we will have Shlomi get on that quickly on the website, the same place where you will submit your questions for the day. every person who submits will automatically get 10 points for their team, is what we said. And it will be judged by your panel of Shiur Mishnayot people, as well as the Roshei Beit Midrash, Sophia and Shlomi. Today, I think we said at 4 p.m., the submissions all need to be in. And there will be bigger points for the winner and for the runner-up as well. So if you want to score extra points for your team, take pride in the Mishnayot that you've learned and express yourself creatively, you'll have that opportunity. So again, you just take any Mishnah or any scene or idea from a Mishnah that you like, draw a picture of it or of something related to it, and submit that on the website.
I'm going to now read the list of names I took down with hot chocolate. If I forgot your name, just let me know after I finish reading the list. Just you can send me a chat or tell us in the call, whatever. Revaya Schiller, Jacob Goldstein, Mayan Schneck, Ayelet Schraeg, Sarah Leonard, Molly Piper, Naomi Doppelt, Vora Bentor, Noam Fleischman, and David Feldhamer. If anyone else.
I have.
Oh, Ami.
I have.
Oh, Ami Feldman has. Okay. Anyone else?
I have.
Okay, Kata.
I have. See? I have.
Okay, great.
Can we go?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, just remember about the drawing thing if you would like.
Netta, what team are you on?
We've got your hot chocolate. You can go.
Netta, what team are you on? You don't have it by your name.
Wait, did you get me?
Okay, I got you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, well, Netta never told me their team, so I don't know. They
It's
don't
on Segula.
Amsgula?
Ori Ram, do you know what team you're on? Ori?
I know that because I am on it and she's in my song, so.
Okay.
Perfect. So have a great day, everyone. Best of luck to both teams. Of course, the Sabat team is the best team. Is there a Sabat team this year?
I don't know.
If not, I'm on it, and we're going to win. Because I can give myself all the points by virtue of being a Shiur Mishnayot guy. So thank you, everyone, for coming. Go to Shul, Calvin. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to kick everybody out.